Before anyone says anything, I'm aware that my lashes are green and clumpy. This is intentional. Hi everybody, welcome back. Today I have my 2016 beauty favorites video. Like last year, I haven't picked a product from every single category. I've just kind of picked products that I saw in my collection and I thought, yes, you and me together forever. Also, not too long ago I did the ride or die tag and then of course 2015 favorites. And when I was watching those over again recently, I was like, yes, great pick. In an effort not to bore you all to tears, I'm not going to be repeating those products, but you should definitely go watch those videos. I will link them because the products are still relevant. Okay, enough blabber. So let's start with a little bit of skincare. I am very fussy about my skincare. My skincare routine has only really changed by one product in the past 4 or so years, and this is the product. It's the Dr. Spiller Collagen Cream. This is more hydrating, more moisturizing, more soothing, more protective than any moisturizer, oil, face mask that I've tried. My lashes are sticking together. I would not recommend this to normal skins or combo skins. I think that this one is geared towards legitimately dry and dehydrated parched skin. It leaves quite a sheen on the skin. You might notice that when I start my tutorials, I look a bit glossy, and that's from this product. If you're getting to sort of wit's end with your dry skin, then this might be something to check out. A little bit more skincare. I'm going to mispronounce this. I did last time and someone told me off. It's the Laneige. What? This is the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask. So I've got to say, this is a very recent discovery. I've only owned it for about 2 or 3 weeks, but after the 3rd or 4th use, straight away I could tell like this is holy grail material. So I picked this up in South Korea where it was -6 Celsius, so sub-zero temperatures. I used this morning and night, and my lips were in better condition in that kind of temperature than they are every day in Australia where the temperature is really moderate. Some sort of sorcery or unicorn tears are extracted to be put into the sleeping mask, and it keeps my lips hydrated. It's a minor miracle. Onto a little bit of makeup, and this is not going to surprise anybody. The Armani Maestro Glow, not Maestro, I'm sorry. So as you know, I've been mixing this with the Luminous Silk. I've worn this combo in about a bajillion tutorials. You guys are probably sick and tired of me. But in general, I want to mention this because this year it's been such a valuable tool. I'll add just a drop to any foundation and it just adds a beautiful luminosity and a glow, and it makes every formula better for my dry skin. I have done foundation first impressions on this one. It's alone, it's a very, very sheer, very glossy foundation, and it's beautiful, but you have to have, I think, pretty brilliant skin to pull it off alone. For me, it's best used as a mixer. Here is a foundation that I think is only featured once on my channel, but oh, I adore it. It's the makeup store Sculpt Excellence. So I first saw this on Linda Hallberg's channel. She was doing a foundation review, and she said, my only critique is that the foundation range is really, really green. And I said, yes, I am there. So I went to the makeup store near my house and I picked up a few shades. She was right, this is super duper green. So if you're olive, it is a proper full coverage foundation, but it doesn't look heavy or cakey on the skin. I do believe that they market this as a matte foundation. I'm going to totally disagree there. It's quite dewy on my skin. My only problem with this foundation, I hate the applicator. So what you got to do is when you take out this little paddle and it's got foundation everywhere, you have to very carefully put it back in very slowly. Otherwise, you hit the tip, the foundation goes all over the cap, it goes all over the bottle. It's all up in the windy bit of the screw. Oh my God. A little bit more base makeup. This is the Sisley Eye Concealer. So I first heard about this product on Pixie Woo, the Pixie Woo channel. Sam Chapman was raving about this. And I might have an itty bitty massive girl crush on Sam. And I actually had the pleasure of meeting her in 2016. And she is even more beautiful and lovely in person. And you see, now I am veering into creepy territory. So it's very, very salmony. It doesn't quite show on camera how orange this is, and I tend to use it as an under eye corrector. So I'll apply just a little to the most purple part of my under eye, and then I will obviously blend it in and top with a tiny bit of a light reflective concealer. I find that this gives me a fresher, a cleaner looking under eye than piling on heaps of a regular concealer. I've used it a lot for photos or for instances where I really want to look very polished. Yes, it is very expensive. If you can maybe get a sample or test this in store, maybe do that before you purchase, because it is one pricey bugger. Dead leg, dead leg. You know when you have a dead leg or pins and needles, you don't actually shake your leg, you're meant to shake your head, because apparently that gets the blood moving or something. The Armani High Precision Retouch. So I've used this, I've owned one for years, but only really in 2016 did I really appreciate this product. So I used to use it as an under eye concealer and it sort of fell short for me. What I use it for now is more highlighting the flat planes of my face and illuminating any shadows or hollowy areas. And for that, it is absolutely beautiful. It pictures like Photoshop. It's so fine, and the pigment is so fine you can't see it on the skin. So yeah, if you're looking for maybe something to brighten areas of the face but you don't want to really go in with a heavy thick concealer, I would recommend this one. I have two eye favorites. The first is the Urban Decay eyeshadow in Interstellar. So this is quite a glittery, bitty golden eyeshadow, and I use this when I do my makeup and I look in the mirror and I think to myself, damn, that is really boring. I'll just take a little bit of Interstellar on my finger and press it onto the ball of the eyelid. It takes about 3 seconds flat and it makes every look more nuanced and interesting and beautiful, and I really love it for that purpose. And I'm not really even one to treasure single eyeshadows, but this one, I used it on many a boring face day. Second eye favorite. I really wasn't going to mention this, but if I'm being honest with myself, it really has been a favorite this year. The Tom Ford Eye Defining Pen. I've kind of moved a little bit away from liquid liners. I tend to prefer that softer edge that I can get with a pencil. On the days where I did want a liquid liner, I almost always turn to this one. This side is a felt tip that's very, very fine. I don't really use that side at all. And this is a larger brush tip liquid liner, so it's not a felt. Of all the liquid liners I've tried, I find this one produces the smoothest line without any little jagged bits, and that pen is actually quite thick, so it gives me a moderate line in just one swipe. This is Ofra Harlem. In general, the Ofra liquid lipsticks they're bomb. They manage to be a long wearing enough without being so long wearing and dry that they kind of crumble off your face. I think they pinned a really nice medium. Also, Vamps, very hard to formulate. They tend to go very patchy. Harlem is brilliant. It is perfectly opaque. If you're looking for a dark lip color that isn't an absolute pain in the butt, Ofra Harlem. I have one brush. It's the Wayne Goss airbrush. The first time I tried it, I was absolutely floored. I kid you not. Let me get my Suki cheek. The Wayne Goss airbrush is as soft and as silky as the Suki cheek brush, which is, considered to be one of the softest brushes in the world. I use them almost interchangeably for my face powder. The Suki, I don't even want to know how much that is. I've totally forgotten. My brain has this power to sort of block out the unwanted knowledge. The Wayne Goss retailed for something like 35 USD. I mean, they're both beautiful brushes, but at 35 USD, like, come on. What? So despite being a hair noob, I do have two hair favorites. So a lot of you guys have been asking me how I achieve that rainbow pastel tips. It kind of looks a bit like an oil spill, someone said, and I agree. The actual fashion colors I tend to do myself. So one day I came across the Swatchcraft Live Ultra Brights in my local Coles or Woolies, and it was $7. So I thought, I'll try out the pink one. I'm not kidding you when I say my hair was neon pink. And I walk out and Adrian, he goes to me, it is a really long-lasting fashion color, and that's hard to find. So I went back and I bought the blue and the green, and what I tend to do is, you know, every week or so, I'll take another color, like a green, for example, and I'll just do a strand here and there. And then the next week, I'll do a little bit of blue, just a strand here and there, and then the pink. And so you get that kind of a bit of an oil spill effect. It looks a little bit different every week because, you know, I'm slowly adding a color here and there, but it's fun. Just approach with a little bit of caution because I genuinely look like the lady on the box. That was me. But yeah, I'm really impressed with the vibrancy and the longevity of it. So my So my second hair favorite is one that I've mentioned before. This is the Aveda Shampure. This is essentially a dry shampoo, but it's not an aerosol. It's a powder inside and you tip it upside down and then you've got this little hole. Oh, there you go. That doesn't normally happen. Let me see if I can put something here. Do you see that? Yeah? I find that this distributes dry shampoo so much better than any aerosol where you tend to get those really white patches. It's definitely not as gritty or as tricky to use as those hair powders that you dust into the hair. I always make a mess of that, so much so that I can't even touch my hair because it's like so gritty. This is just really easy to use. It refreshes hair, it smells lovely, it will address any really oily scalp issues. I love it to bits. If you are also a hair noob, you can't stuff it up. My second last favorite of the year is, of course, the pieces that Sharon and I created together. This is our Aperture collection. If you've not yet seen our jewelry, I will link it in the description box. But that was a dream come true. It's amazing when you can create beautiful things with your best friends. It was an amazing, amazing experience. And my last favorite of the year is you. Thank you so much for sticking by me again in 2016. I know that sometimes my uploads get a little bit flaky. The beautiful messages that you send me across my social media. I sometimes think that without YouTube, my life would feel like a very lonely place. So yeah, I really appreciate you guys. I really appreciate you guys and your support more than you know. I hope you guys have an amazing 2017. It's going to be a great one. My aim this year is to really be in the moment and to appreciate and to just become content with what I have, because I think you can always have more. You know, you can always reach further and you can always achieve more, but the diamonds are in your backyard. So yeah, that's my 2017 resolution, and I would love to hear yours in the comment section below. Come say hello to me on Instagram. As always, I love to chat to you there. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will speak to you all very soon. Bye. If time you, I'll take the passenger seat.